My third SIS alumni interview was with Caroline Lochabay, class of 2008. We talked about making smart college decisions, her favorite SIS memory, and what she took away from her time at SIS. Thanks, Caroline. Enjoy.
I did the Common App and then several other online applications, including one to the University of Texas at Austin, which is where I eventually went. I went to UT Austin, graduated in 2012, and applied to law school and went the following year. So I had about a year gap in between undergrad and law school. As a post-undergrad, I applied to a bunch of different law schools and picked the one that gave me the best scholarship, which was William & Mary in Virginia. And I graduated from there in 2016 and had one job short-term. After that, I started at the Prince William County Attorney's Office, where I do civil law and represent the Department of Social Services for Prince William County. And I have been doing that ever since. First of all, I speak fluent Spanish because Miss Millie taught me. So if you're in Miss Millie's class, listen to her because she will give you skills that will carry you through the rest of your life. Second of all, I think that the kind of multicultural exposure that you get at SIS will carry you through your professional trajectory and will continue to inform your professional life. It gives you skills of empathy and listening that I think are incredibly invaluable, especially in a kind of profession like law, where you are interacting with a lot of different kinds of people who have very different purposes than you do. Growing up in such a multicultural society and in such a multicultural atmosphere as SIS, where I learned to have classmates who spoke such different languages than I did, both, intellectually and verbally, kind of informs the way that you deal with people long term. Really didn't know as a high schooler or an undergrad that I wanted to do that. My father was a lawyer, and he was really staunchly against my going to law school, which was a huge influence on me because I really respected him and his opinions. And so it was hard for me to make that choice, kind of in contravention to his clear wishes. But I realized in high school, I did a lot of debate, and I was a big Lincoln Douglas debater with Mr. Tesson and a Covenant Day debater, that kind of person. And so I had always excelled at that. And so I figured I could handle the public presentation aspects of being a lawyer. It was the real drive that I was kind of looking for. The real intellectual and emotional commitment to that career that I was looking for. And that came after I worked as a typist, essentially, at a law firm in my last year of college. And it was a workers' compensation defense law firm. It's not the most glamorous area of law. They defend insurance companies. But I realized that was the kind of professional atmosphere that I was looking for. People who have studied, people who are supporting people who have studied, and people who are working to get the office to run most efficiently, most appropriately, and best for everyone. And I also found the subject matter to be interesting and really similar to the kind of questions that I answered when I was doing LD debate, which is this right? If it's not right, what is your proposition for making it right? And how can we make this work best for everyone involved? I think that the most important thing you can do as a high school senior now is to cement your professional and financial future for adulthood. And for me, that looked like making a choice between Ivy League schools and the school that gave me the best scholarship potential. And for me, that was choosing UT Austin over Berkeley and Brown. I have never in my adult life regretted a single second of making that decision, because I am in such a good financial place now as a lawyer who is working in public interest, which is not a huge moneymaker. I am really happy to be here. And the fact that I do not have undergrad student debt makes it possible for me to be here. When I got to UT Austin, I felt advantaged in every scenario because I had come from a 5-person class with constant teacher-student attention in a way that none of my peers at UT Austin could ever have dreamed of. I think that an education at SIS is incredibly valuable for anybody who wants to pursue a really meaningful professional career. And I would encourage all of you to spend as much time at school as you can, because those small classes are not something that is really replicable in the mainland, and you will have an advantage for having been exposed to them. First year of Destino Peru, I was on the inaugural Destino Peru trip, and Miss Millie really took care of us. And that was her first, I think, exercise in immersion for us in Spanish language and Peruvian culture. And that resonated with me to the extent that I had a degree in Latin American studies by the time I graduated from UT. So I'm so grateful to Millie for initiating that trip and for giving that much faith to us as kids, because it could have gone so wrong and instead it went so right. And that was because she trusted us to take good care of her family and not to embarrass her, which I'm sure we did at points, and to take advantage of the wonderful gift that she was offering us, which I think we did with both hands.